Alright, welcome back everybody for another episode of Virtual Warfare, a text-based roleplay fighting tutorial series. And today's video we're going to be finishing the advanced part. It's the final part, it's part 3. And this section is about how to use powers, and this section is called Telekinetic Enhancement. You know, it's just a fancy name for advanced manipulation, just like basic manipulation. And it's here to teach you how to use powers in an advanced way, how to perfect your powers so you can continue to grow in your roleplay strategies or skills or whatever. To transcend from the basic form of telekinetic manipulation, one must first understand the continuum of each law of the processes in basic manipulation. For this section also, the process splits into 5 basic understandings. Once mastered as a whole, you will already be affiliated with the ideas of quantum TK manipulation, which is pretty much learning how to channel your energy, learning how to charge it, learning how to distribute certain levels of energy, just learning more stuff about energy and learning how to use it in a virtual way. So let's just get right into exactly what we talk about without wasting any time. And the first law, the first step you will want to really focus on is the focus quality. And the focus quality is pretty much what type of focus you are using. You know, so this process of the advanced TKM or telekinetic manipulation will be stating what type of energy you are using. You know, for example, focuses with a geokinetic thought. You know, I'm using geokinetic type energies to help aid my thought process or whatever. As you use this, it gives your focus more potency and technique and the quality of choice. Without it, your focuses will be uncharted and plain and might gnaw some of the effects you give it. You know, for example, say I want to control plants. You know, I'm gonna give a simple example. Say I want to control plants and I'm just using a plain uncharted energy. It's just, it has no title, it's just energy. You know, I'm just using any type of energy. It would be more potent if I use a type of energy not suitable, but designed for plants, you know, which would be a geokinetic energy, you know. So, for example, who do you think will have a better chance of manipulating the energy? A person who's using an energy designed for that type of object, or someone who's just focusing with any type of general aspect of focus, wherever you know, whatever. You know, who do you think will have a better chance of controlling that object? You know, the person who's designed to control it. You know, it speaks for itself. You know, so that's pretty much what it is. You know, if you want to control something specific, just have a specific type of focus, and you do fine. Okay, the next command is stating the focus power, and stating the focus power is pretty much stating how much power you are using in that focus. This second understanding of advanced TK manipulation is stating your strain of focus or scaling its potential or exertion. An example, he focuses comfortably with a light strain on energies, which can be any type of energies, still keeping the rest of himself on his awareness. So I'm using a geokinetic focus, but I'm using it with a little bit of effort. I'm not using all my effort, but I'm using a little bit of it, you know. Doing this would allow you to understand how to control your own self, the inner person, and one's character. Also, it enables and creates a main source of oneself in existence, developing the precursor of a cause and effect, which will ultimately become a reason for the matter happening. So pretty much it's saying that now that you're able to have a focus, and now that you're able to have a level of focus, you start to understand how to control this type of inner power and learn how to dish it out. And now that you're able to create something, now in the next section you will be learning how to use that power you created to cause an effect, and also generate a reason why that cause and effect happened, you know. So this goes into the next command, which would be the magnitude of power. This third understanding for advanced TK manipulation is stating the magnitude of the manipulation. This displays the end result of the exertion of your manipulation before it is executed to undergo its cause and effect. For example, focusing with a light strain to slowly gather small amounts of energy. So I'm using this light strain to slowly gather small amounts of energy. I can use it to quickly gather something, or I can use it to do anything else, but the magnitude of power is stating what you're doing with that level of effort or level of exertion. By doing this, it gives an estimation of the space-time to be traveled. So by doing this, it gives a documentation of the time that's being used, or the time, or how much time is going to be used to further whatever you're doing. It also gives the type of space that's being used. It could be compressed space, it could be spread out, but it also gives a level of space, especially if the magnitude was larger than the focus itself. Example, being able to charge your energy comes in the quantum manipulation section. To use light focuses to do heavy things, so I'm using a light focus, but I'm using it to slowly gather a heavy result instead of just using it would be God mode to say I'm using a light exertion to blow up the world. You can't, the levels don't match. The levels will have to match when you're manipulating powers, when you're punching, when you're swinging a sword, but everything has to match. If not, everything will be void. So this goes into the next command, which is the purpose of the magnitude, which is the purpose of why you gathered that energy in that type of way. This next understanding for the advanced section in TK manipulation is the twin to the last, which is the fifth one. Without it, everything you've created will be negated by not having any shape, form, or potential purpose to exist. Stating the dynamics of the finished manipulation is the understanding you must apply. So pretty much stating a structure, stating structure, stating a type of purpose, or stating a type of reason on why you gathered this energy in a certain way. This will give your focused energy a place in existence to succeed in a goal. For example, forming the energies in a sword-like shape for features and potential for matching effort. So I'm gathering the energies in a sword-like way to have a sword-like structure, the cutting power, everything like a sword. This understanding gives the finished product of your TK type level, effort, and scaling magnitude. So be detailed, Stating the purpose of magnitude is pretty much the finished product of everything you just stated, with the type of focus you use, the power of your focus, what was the other one? I forgot already. The magnitude of power, and now you're stating the purpose of the magnitude, so be detailed. And this also goes into the next one, so let's get ready for that one. Okay, so the next and final command is the result of purpose. The result of purpose is the result of the magnitude of power. So this is the last and most crucial understanding to apply to complete the advanced TK manipulation area, and that is stating the effects of the stated cause, or the fourth step, which we just talked about. An example, rocking in the sword-like energies toward the neck of the opponent. Just like in basic manipulation, how you had to state the purpose of why you're manipulating these things. For advanced TK manipulation, it's the same thing, but it's called the result power. The result of the purpose, the result of everything that you're doing. Without applying this last understanding, everything written prior will become laws, not negated or null like the other laws commands, but it's strayed in time-space. By not documenting any active outcome of the created source or object, it becomes idle and existent. You know, for example, say I just created a water ball and that's it. You know, I didn't do nothing with it. You know, my opponent can do something with it because I didn't finish the job. You know, you can read it right here. This gives the other party a chance to manipulate the free matter or the undocumented measurements on his or her turn, but only where you left off at during the action. You know, so your opponent can't manipulate it what you already stated. You know, so if I say that I form a water ball or whatever size, my opponent cannot change the size. You know, but if I don't state what I do with the water ball afterwards, you know, my opponent can control that. You know, so if I form a water ball and don't say that I used it, my opponent can control it and say that it blew up in my face and do some type of other stuff. You know, for example, right here it says the first party says creates a sword and tosses it toward you. You know, tossing it towards the opponent. But the opponent says, without the coordinates of the projected vessel's trajectory, he merely ducked and misses. You know, so since the first party didn't give an actual target, the opponent could just say that I just stand there and fall short, you know, of its target. I think I said that in one of the other videos. I'm not sure which one, but it's pretty much, you know, you have to give detail of the result of what you're doing. If not, then the opponent can control the outcome of what you didn't state. This can cause the other party to have an opportunity and control the outcome of the free matter only on his or her turn, though, without breaking any guidelines. So if my opponent tries to quote unquote interrupt me of something that I already stated, you know, it can become invalid. You know, the person can get called a foul or whatever. But the opponent can only manipulate or only control the outcome of the things that's not stated, you know, like the outcome or the measurements. Anything that's not stated, the opponent can control. So, okay, here's the example of how one can use powers in advanced Telekinetic manipulation. You know, these are the small examples that was given, put together in a whole to form a correct attack. So it says, focusing with a geokinetic thought, he focuses comfortably with a light strain on the energy, still keeping the rest of himself in his awareness. Focusing with a light strain, he slowly begins to gather small amounts of energies, forming the energy in a sword-like shape for features and potential for matching effects, attempting to rocket the sword-like energies toward the neck of his opponent for whatever effect or for whatever reason, for whatever result that one may have. Now that we have an idea of what an advanced manipulation attack can look like, you can look at the simple overview of everything that we just learned about the advanced telekinetic manipulation. So the first one is the focus quality, which is stating what type of focus you are using. The second one is focus power, which is stating how much effort you are using to focus. The next one is a magnitude of power, which is stated the finished magnitude or force of the focus. The next one is the purpose of magnitude, which is stating the structure or purpose of the magnitude, like why you created this type, or why you created all this power and what you're going to do with it. And the next one is the reason of purpose, which is stating the reason why the magnitude was, you know, presented in the first place. You know, this is pretty much you delivering an attack and stating the damages and the result of all that you created. So that's pretty much the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I do have a few announcements. I won't be making any more training videos, whereas, you know, I won't be getting to the quantum section for a while because I want to try to work on spreading my videos and promote my videos, and also I want to work on some other things for my videos, maybe the history and some philosophies about roleplay fighting. Thanks everybody for supporting me. in making these videos, people who encourage me to continue making them, and people who give me feedback to make these videos better, and people who just compliment, you know, just to help me feel good about making these videos. And thank you for, I really appreciate it. You know, it really means a lot to me. And that's pretty much the end of the training session for advanced, and I will see everybody in the training part soon, maybe a couple months, and just stay tuned, and that's it, you know. So thanks for watching. I'll see everybody next time.